This is a Blend Extra. Today, the secret to relieving most foot problems, as well as some knee and back problems, too. Dr. Chris Milkey is a board-certified podiatrist. He's here from Milwaukee Foot Specialists with solutions to help your tired, aching dogs. Good afternoon. Nice to have you on the show today.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about what are the most common foot problems? What do you hear people complaining about the most?
Well, I'd say plantar fasciitis is probably the #1 condition we treat. That's a problem usually in the heel or the arch where a tendon gets strained. We see a lot of bunions, we see hammer toes, we see heel spurs, we see ingrown toenails. We see problems with what we call gait, which is how a person walks, where there's something faulty about that. Flat feet, really high arches, and a lot of just genetic conditions.
Okay. What do you say is the secret to relieving most common foot problems?
3 words: custom foot orthotics, otherwise known as custom arch supports. According to research, about 85% of foot problems come from the foot not functioning the right way. We call it an abnormal gait. So if you put custom arch supports, custom foot orthotics in the shoes, we can fix most of those problems.
That's amazing that just that one piece in your shoes will help that much. How does it then also help sometimes in relieving pain that you might have in the knee, for example, or even in your back?
Well, have you ever heard the saying, when your feet hurt, you hurt all over? Well, that's not just a figure of speech. That's actually true. If your feet hurt, you're going to start to compensate for that. You're going to walk differently. You're going to strain something else. And the knee, hip, and back are the 3 areas that you can often strain. So if you can get your feet to function the right way, control the way they function with custom orthotics, you can take away the pain in the feet, but also the knees get better and the back gets better. And we have patients all the time who come in with foot problems, and then they'll say, I put these orthotics in my shoes and my back feels great. It's like, well, that's a nice side benefit.
For sure. You brought a few examples here. Can you explain or walk us through the different options that you use in your office?
Absolutely. So first, let's start with something you could just get over the counter. You can go to just about any shoe store and find what's called an over-the-counter insert. And it's just basically more of a cushion. It's not really anything custom made. It's just based on your shoe size. There's not much to it. It's real flexible. And then you have custom orthotics, which are much more durable. They're solid. These will
more rigid too.
More rigid.
You can't bend those.
It's all about control. We want to control the way the foot functions. If the foot moves a certain way, I call it the 1, 2, 3. Your heel hits the ground, your midfoot hits the ground, your forefoot hits the ground, and you push off. But most people aren't doing a 1, 2, 3. They're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their foot's kind of moving all over the place. They're not aware of this. They're just walking the way they walk. But something's happening there that's not right, and their feet start to hurt. This will control it. This will get your foot to do the 1, 2, 3. And if it's doing the 1, 2, 3, the pain will go away in most cases.
We have a picture, and this is sort of how you go about putting a cast on the foot so that you can get the right fit for those custom-made orthotics, right?
Absolutely, and it's all about custom. We want to design something made for your feet, not have you go to a store and buy something for anybody's feet.
And really quickly, does insurance sometimes cover it?
About 50% of the time. So what amazes me is some people will go to some stores and purchase over-the-counter inserts for $400, $600 sometimes. They could have came to our office, got an evaluation from a doctor, figured out what their condition really is, and then if their insurance pays for it, they don't have to pay out of pocket.
Much less. Here's how you can call to make an appointment. It's 414-375-0187 or go to MilwaukeeFoot.com.